Hi YouTube world, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. I am Adrienne. I typically live in New York City, but I'm on the road, so I wanted to do a chatty get ready with me. I am at my mom's home in Daytona, and I just flew in for the weekend. It's Sunday today. I flew in Friday morning so that we could add this little guy to the family. His name is Shula, and he's perfect. He is my mom's new dog, and if you have been on my channel before, you know that this past year and a half has been immensely difficult for my family. My father passed away. 2 months after that, my mom's dog passed away, and it's just been sort of a lot of sadness, a lot of coping with loss, and we also moved out of, childhood home of 40 years in Miami and moved her up to Daytona, where she doesn't know anyone at all. So a lot of change, and it's a lot for someone, but she finally settled in and she's like, I think I'm ready for my dog. And so this is the dog. And ironically, this dog is the sibling of my sister's dog, which I'll insert a picture here. This is Daphne, who has just been incredible. She's 8 years old, but they share the same dad. And she's just been such a fantastic dog, so well trained and everything. And so we're very patient. We waited over a year for Mr. Shula, and yeah, so we're very excited. For those of you who are not aware as to why we would name our dog Shula, named after a very, very famous coach of NFL American football, the Miami Dolphins. His name was Don Shula, and we are a Dolphins family. And so, yes, this is why we named the dog Shula. So I didn't pack too much on this trip. I just packed sort of just enough, just a very quick bag. And then I have my standard purse makeup bag. So I'm kind of piecing together what I can do. I am going to be using the Tower28 Sunny Days. I really enjoyed this. I know I've said this. It says a 1 full ounce, but it's so tiny. I don't know. I'll trust the company that it's true, but I don't know. I have my doubts. It's a really beautiful formula. It's super easy to put on the face and build up if you want. And it just has a nice texture to it. I'm gonna use a brush today, which I don't think I've used yet. So let's see how it works with a brush. I've just been using my fingers typically. So I hope everyone had a really nice Thanksgiving. I know I had a very quiet Thanksgiving, but it was very nice. I even got to go to a mall the next day, which is a rare thing. And it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. We went to a pretty civilized mall. But I don't know if, Black Friday or Cyber Monday even matters anymore. I just saw every single store was having sales from a week before. I think they were all just trying to outbid each other because they were just worried that with the economic state of the world, of the US, everyone was going to suffer. So I think they were just trying to entice spending. So listen, I made my contribution to the US economy. I shopped so much, and I will definitely have to share what I bought. I tried to control myself with, beauty products and be really thoughtful and only get stuff that I had really wanted. But for example, I'm using the Nomad Hudson Valley palette. I was so impressed with the Nomad formula and the aesthetic that I did actually end up picking up 2 more palettes from their sale because it was quite a nice sale. And yeah, and so I picked up the Fête de Provence, the yellow and purple, and also the Whistler Lodge, which actually I thought was a much better release visually for Christmas than the actual Christmas palette. But Definitely a brand that I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm gonna put this on my like wish list, meaning I could easily get talked into getting other palettes from theirs. So right now I just put the So Soft cream bronzer from M Cosmetics in Terra. I forgot how much I really love this product, and it's just been kind of in the back of my drawer and I haven't given it enough love, I feel. So I brought it out. M Cosmetics has some really fantastic products. They too were having a great sale. But I am in Florida, so I am trying to bronze myself up a little bit because in this quality of light here, you really can see paleness in a different way. It's just the way the light is in Florida versus New York. So that is the bronzing. I am actually waiting for my friend to get here. One of my closest, dearest friends, she lives in Orlando. And I haven't been able to see her since before the pandemic, actually. Even though we moved my mom up here in July, we tried to see each other in July, but then I got COVID. So it's been a minute. But finally, I think my mom is settled enough and now with the dog, you know, I think she's just settled enough that I can do something other than help her out in the house. By the way, this is also a So Soft M Cosmetics sticks in Pearl Tea, which is really a beautiful color. It's kind of a nude, leans a little warm. If you are a fan of the Glossier Cloud Paint at Dusk, this is Dusk. If you like Dusk, you will like Pearl Tea. And this product is so much easier to put on than the Cloud Paint. I brought the Cloud Paint with me because I do love it, and I bought a new Dusk, actually. I'm just trying to get through this old one. But I just realized this Pearl Tea is exactly the same shade. So it kind of gives you like a nudie, peachy color, kind of a lived-in look, like a lived-in tan look. My lips are so dry. What do I have on my lips? I'm gonna use a NARS Dolce Vita lip balm. That's very pink. I'm not gonna be wearing that, but I just wanted something to hydrate my lips a little bit. I also bought the Lorac Mini Pro Palette in Winter Rose. This one here, it's really beautiful. So I brought this with the Nomad one because I thought sometimes when I've used the Nomad one, I've wanted a lighter kind of sparkle. They only have these 3 sparkle shades. So this one in Lorac has more of a champagne one and a rosy one. So I thought that would be complementary. I've been so happy with the mattes though, but I've used up nearly every color. I haven't played enough with the greens, and maybe today I will do an all matte look with a little bit of this sparkle in it. I've already done the all matte look, but I don't think I took a picture of it, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice look. I want something nice, but not like overpowering. I have a feeling we're gonna end up crying at some point probably, so want to be cognizant of my eye makeup. So I am using right now the Smashbox Photo Finish Intensify eyeshadow primer. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this might be my favorite eyeshadow primer. And I really do end up using eyeshadow primer much more when I am in warmer climates because I have very oily eyelids, and in a place like Florida where it's warm, it's not hot, but it's warm, I just know I'll sweat. The sweat with the humidity, with my oiliness in my eyelids is just a winning combination for mass destruction of an eyeshadow look. So I'm just putting apple cider donut, that's this one here. It has little donut icon. I mean, like, look how beautiful. It's the state of New York. Every single one is embossed, and every single one except for the 3 in the middle embossed with the state of New York. It's a different embossment, and it speaks to whatever is the name. So apple cider donut, oh, which is like such a Northeast thing. I didn't do as much of the Northeast, autumn things as I wanted to this year. Next year I'm going to prioritize it. I want to go like up to Vermont. I want to stay at like a bed and breakfast. I want to just get out more and do more things. Though if you're ever in the Northeast during, I want to say end of September through end of November, you should really check out Sleepy Hollow, which is a little town just north of New York City, obviously famous from the book, and they go crazy for Halloween, and they have some of the nicest events, and I'm actually gonna use a little bit of that army green, which is called bed and breakfast. But they have the great, I think it's called the Great Pumpkin Blaze, where they have all of these carved pumpkins set up in different ways. I'll try to insert an old picture of this. It's one of the most magnificent things to walk through. At least for me, it left such an impression. It reminded me because they have the Headless Horseman for Ghost Tour right over here. So, and that's the one I'm going to be using next. Really nice brightening beigey color, but it actually has pigment. I don't think I want to do too much more on the eyes. I just wanted to show that maybe I'm going to try to use Farm to Table as my eyebrow. This might be a mistake. Nope, not a mistake. I think it works. Oh, that does work well. I just wanted to show the versatility of this palette because as I've been playing with it more and more, I've realized how versatile it is. And I love being able to know that a palette is like solid enough for me to travel with, or even that it's the type of palette that could be something other than a fall palette. I am going to put just a little bit of sparkle from that little Winter Rose palette. They had these on sale. These are so wonderful. It's the same great quality, but it's also just really, really just easy to carry, and they're stable in terms of like, they don't shatter. I'm just gonna put a little bit of sparkle. I hope you can see how pretty that is. Just on the inner corner, and I'm just spreading it around with my finger because I don't want it too concentrated, but I want you to be able to see it, but not blinding, because it is like 10 in the morning. Should I do mascara? Oh goodness. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of mascara and trust that I'm not gonna cry so much. Should I? I'm debating this. Oh no. I'm gonna use my MAC stack, but I'm only gonna do like a very light coat. So this friend that I'm seeing is a friend that I met in college. And we actually ended up being roommates eventually, getting an apartment off campus together. And yeah, she's just like a very kindred spirit. And I love her. So that is that. I got a little bit, but I'll scrape that off once it dries on my eyelid. Okay, I think that's nice. I feel like I should use a little bit of powder. I picked up this powder that I hadn't ever used, but I was watching Angelica Niquist. She's starting her declutter series. I can't watch declutters, especially declutters that have reviews, because it makes me buy things. But C'est la vie. I have noticed over the years and over just all her videos, she has raved about the NYX HD finishing powder. And so I picked mine up in banana, and it is really nice and it's affordable. I'm not like a powder aficionado, you know, I don't know a lot about powders. I feel like I avoided powders for a really long time, but you know, for again, kind of the hot weather down here, or just to make sure things stay put, it isn't a bad idea. So I'm just putting a little bit in my T-zone. So I think it's a nice powder. So that's so far what I've been convinced to buy. I think I saw someone else's eyeshadow declutter and I ended up buying 5 eyeshadow palettes. I have to do a roundup of those. But I am trying to commit myself to using a palette like for a week and a half, 2 weeks, like really well, especially new ones, and making maybe decisions from that as to what I want to declutter next or down the road. And I already have some in mind that even purchasing them, I just know they're not for me. No, I put on that NARS, but I'm gonna put on this Halo Fit Glow Beauty Balm. It should neutralize that, yeah, a little bit. I love this lip product. I should have just put this on because this one is very hydrating. Kind of creates a little bit of a coating on the lips, but it's not sticky. That's so good. I think maybe I have just enough time to run and dry my hair a little bit and finish getting ready. But I did want to just come on and say hi to everyone and share with you the good news of our new family member. And so if there's something you want to see next, more, you know, you're more interested in seeing than others, I do have a ton of empties to share. I have a few palette reviews that I want to post, and maybe just some new makeup to share, maybe an affordable one as well as a more luxury makeup. Oh yeah, I do have some luxury makeup I want to talk about, both the good and the bad and the ugly. So yeah, that's it for me. I hope everyone had a great weekend and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.